Would you buy something if their claims were only technically true? Well, you have, and you've bought a lot of it. This is day 3 of exposing their dirty little advertising secrets. If you weren't aware of this, which you probably aren't, numbers in ads aren't just discovered. In fact, they are designed. They pick a stat first and build a study backwards to produce it. Now, it's all technically true. That's how advertisers get away with it. This mainly happens with larger advertisers, but it really happens with everybody. So let's see who does it. For example, Colgate. They have arguably the most famous stat in ads, which is 80% of dentists recommended Colgate. But the survey that this stat was based on allowed dentists to recommend multiple brands all at once. Other brands scored the same or higher, and the dentists didn't actually even know that this was for an ad. But what Colgate did is they asked a question that nobody could lose. Then they reported their slice like they won. When in reality, most toothpastes actually won, and they actually just got a participation trophy. What about Kellogg's? Frosted Mini Wheats said, clinically shown to improve kids' attentiveness by nearly 20%. But the study compared kids who ate cereal to kids who ate nothing. So for their study, they literally picked the weakest opponent and paired their slice against that. When framed like that, it's like they only got 20% better? Okay, what about one I even love? Airborne. Airborne is a cold remedy invented by a 2nd grade teacher, sold as clinically proven. No doctors, no scientists, and no clinic. Now, they paid $30 million in settlements for this, but the clinical trial was run by a 2-man company created literally to run this trial. The numbers were technically true, but any real lab wouldn't give them those numbers, so they just built their own lab. Man, did you know about all these? Comment the brand you think might be using some sketchy numbers.